Hello everyone, my name is Tish and this is Daily Elevation. So, those of you that know me as being an author of From Abuse to Struggling to Who Am I? And those of you that don't know me, download Daily Elevations app right now and get the book From Abuse to Struggling to Who Am I? Because it's a dope book, you guys. It's very inspirational and I feel like this, if you struggled in any kind of way, you can relate to my book. Because my book also speaks about real life situations that I went through, so I promise you guys won't regret it. Download Daily Elevations app and get the book From Abuse to Struggling to Who Am I? Alright. Moving forward. The topic I want to speak about today is the struggle of a single parent. And the reason I want to speak about this topic right now, I find it being more stressful now around this time of the year than I do throughout the year. Not that we don't struggle throughout the year, because we do struggle throughout the year, but around this time, we not only taking care of bills and taking care of home as we do throughout the year, but we also find it harder because some of us have decent children out there. A lot of us have decent children out there, and we feel like, we want to reward our children for their good behavior and their good grades or whatnot. And we try to go out and get that PlayStation 4, Xbox, or whatever it is that they want. And sometimes, we might even rob Peter to pay Paul just to do that. And I just want to let you guys know, because I know I've done it. I'm guilty of it. I just want to let you guys know, that I've been in situations where my car done broke down. I've been in situations where I couldn't pay my light bill, my gas bill. I couldn't afford to get clothes. My kids, couldn't afford to buy them shoes, especially in nursing school. I struggle hard, and I didn't get any child support then, and I don't get it now, but God blessed me to where I can take care of my children now. But I just want to say that, you guys, I want to really tell you guys to just stay strong, you guys. I know it's harder, it's easier said than done, but stay strong. I say that to say this. A lot of times our children pick up our habits. And if we showing signs of weakness, then they pick that up. Even if it takes for you to go behind closed doors, in a bathroom some nights and cry. Because I know I've done it. I done went to the bathroom plenty of nights and cried because I couldn't afford to buy them shoes, some shoes, not them shoes, but afford to buy them shoes, or, they was outgrowing their jeans, or, I didn't have any help financially. My mom was my backbone and helped me support me with my kids and helped me raise them. But when it came to child support, I was on my own. I was on my own with everything. So I know firsthand how hard it is. And God knows, like, it was times that I broke down in tears, crying, and I remember to this day, and I try not to do it in front of them, because I remember my parents, even though I didn't grow up in a single home, but it was 9 of us and we struggled. It was times we didn't have water. We had to steal water from the next door neighbors. It was time our lights was out and we had to steal electricity with the extension cord from the next door neighbors, stuff like that. Like, it was times that we didn't have, and that struggle and watching my parents, they strength. It built strength in me. It made me want to be like them. It was like, dang, we ain't got this. We might have holes in our shoes though, but my parents strong, Nobody wasn't walking around weeping. So I didn't pick up any weak habits. You get what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. Stay strong, y'all. Stay strong. I know it's easier said than done, but stay strong. If you got to go again to the bathroom and cry behind closed doors, then do that. But stay strong for yourself and stay strong for them, and know this too shall pass. Just continue to do hard work, and take care of home. And then one of the most important things I want to tell you is teaching. Teach your children. As you going through that struggle, when I went through my struggle with, I ain't gonna say went, because I still struggle still to this day. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But as you going through that struggle, I remember sitting down and letting my boys know, hey, mommy ain't got it. We gonna buy cake I'm going to use the food stamp card to get you a cake and ice cream and get some hot dogs. And we going to throw a party at the house. And we going to have family and friends come over. You know, it was times I couldn't afford Chuck E. Cheese. It was times I couldn't afford to take them to Dave and Buster. It was times I couldn't afford to do half of the things that, you know, I'm able to do now. But I'm going to go into that later. But, and it's still a struggle. It's still a struggle. But I'm saying is to explain to them to appreciate the struggle. Explain to them that mommy or daddy gotta go out there and work for what we need or what we have. And, you know, we can't get everything we want. We're not gonna get everything we want. Explain to them and teach them how to remain humble. Teach them how to remain humble. I remember to this day, man, my kids growing up, I couldn't afford to get them the latest gear, or, you know, sometimes they would outgrow their clothes. And, you know, I remember telling my son coming to tell me when he was probably like 8, 9 years old, it's okay. We don't have to, you know, go to Chuck E. Cheese, you know. I'm happy with just the cake. And you know why my kids was humble and grateful? Because I installed it into them. I taught them that you're not going to get everything that you want. Appreciate what you got. And we got to sit down and teach our children that. You know what I'm saying? Because we be holding it on our back, and we hold and carry a lot because we feel like we can't give them everything. Even if you got all the money in the world, so what? Because if they don't have values and morals, and they don't understand the struggle, if they don't respect it, just because you up today, that don't mean you're going to be up tomorrow. So if you do have everything later on and you drop and they fall, they not going to know how to handle the struggle. So I appreciate the struggle. I appreciate going through the struggle with my kids, because guess what? It taught them a lot. It taught them to be humble. It taught them about real life situations. I was able to teach them as I was learning. Y'all, today we going to have to eat noodles. Tomorrow we're going to eat noodles again. And then when we did go out to eat, they appreciated it. It was like, oh my, thank you. They appreciate the small things. And still to this day, I tell them, just because mommy make a little more money, you know, whatever, you're not about to get everything handed to you. You're not. My son, to this day, he worked for me. He sends out my orders. He worked for me. He had to work for me to get money. You know what I'm saying? So, again, teach them about the struggle. Teach them how to appreciate the small things. You know, teach them that everything ain't gonna be handed to them. Teach them that they have to work for things that they want or need. And teach them how to remain humble. Teach them how to appreciate things. So that's important, y'all. That's important. And another thing that I want to say is that, you know, a lot of times when I struggled in my situations, I want to let you guys know this. In the past, when I struggled, I didn't include God in my life. You know, I took it upon myself to be the head of household. I didn't lean on God to guide me into being a better provider or whatnot. You know, I took it upon myself, and now that I apply God into my life and my boys' life, I found it even more better. Me and my boys, we pray together. We not only communicate, but we pray together. And when I start applying God to my life, God started opening doors for me. Those jobs that I wanted, that I once thought I couldn't have, that money that I wanted to be able to make, I once didn't make. The boys being able to get more things that I wasn't able to get. Me being able to pay for them to go to private schools, you know, and paying for personal training. I mean, just different things that I was able to do, that I'm able to do now that I couldn't do. I couldn't do because I didn't include God in my life. Most importantly, y'all, make sure that y'all include God in your life and know that He's the leader of all things and everything that you want in life. I struggled more so then, and I didn't know it then. Y'all notice I didn't talk about God in the beginning. Y'all notice I didn't talk about Him. And I didn't because I didn't apply Him to my life then. And now that I apply God to my life, things are so much better. I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's better. It's so much better. Not only is my kids humble, they know about the struggle, but now guess what? They know about God. And they know they need to talk to God about everything. Not just me. They need to go to Him first. And if it's something that they want, they need to go to Him. They know that because guess what? We do that. We pray together darn near every night. Every day we talk about God. And I say that to say this. When we start applying God, doors start opening. Doors start opening. The struggle began. The struggle, is not as bad as it was then. It's not as bad, The struggle became easier, I feel like this. Every day is a struggle regardless. But I start leaning on God and stop trying to lean on myself and trying to take control of my life, because I have no control of my life. God has control of my life. God has control of my life. I had those morals. I had those values. I was actually taught to have God in my life as a child. But as I got older, I veered away. And it took me to hit rock bottom to bring Him back into my life. And when I did bring Him back into my life, it was like the light started shining down on me. And it was like, Tish, you learning this now. Teach it to them. Teach it to them. So I took that and I started applying it to me. And I started applying it to them. So now not only do they know about the struggle, they have morals and values, and they appreciate life, and they humble. And now guess what? Most important, they got God, and they know that they has to talk to God about everything. They know that if they want anything in life, they need to communicate with God. Because when I did, its doors start opening. So you guys struggle parents, men and women. The whole message was to teach about becoming humble, appreciating life, teach your children, teaching your children about all that. Most importantly, teaching them about God, teaching them how to apply God to their life. Because when I did, I went from making $15,000 to $100,000 a year. Not trying to talk about what I make, because I don't like that. But I say that to show you, when I apply God into my life, when I start leaning on God and stop leaning on myself, and I depended on Him to lead me and guide me, doors open. Doors open. And He ain't even finished with me yet. He just beginning. So I love y'all. I hope y'all got this message. Parents that's struggling, I hope y'all got the message. I really do. I pray y'all do. And I love y'all so much. God bless y'all. See